And I'm live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shush the Secret Time with just me, Tara. How are you? This week, Natalie is at back-to-back film festivals. So she's at the Utah International Film Festival in competition with social anxiety. And then she's also doing some stuff for the Julian Dubuque Film Festival this week. And she's on a panel for Utah. So she is off doing that stuff. And I am taking her around this week. This is my turn. So if you are just now tuning in to Shush Secret Time, you've never done this before, and you're wondering what am I watching? This is a live stream where Natalie and I sit down and kind of cover all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, what's going on in our lives, so forth and so on. But right now it's just me because we is busy and stuff is happening. So if you are new here, please don't hang out in the background. Comment along. Like the whole fun of this is like getting to interact with people directly. So that's what's going on here. That's why you it's here. And I'm doing it and I'm doing it. All right. So also how we usually start the live stream is we say hi to people. So all right, you old timers who are out there, you know what's going on. I'm gonna pop out this chat so I can see it better because my computer's actually further away than you would expect. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the top and we're going to say hi and then we're going to talk and then we're going to talk some more. All right, scrolling up. Oh, it's short. There weren't that many of you waiting. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hey, David Faith. Welcome, welcome. Ed Keaton, hello. How are you? Happy Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Ed Keaton, so much. I really appreciate that. Unitless Constance is here. He's in a training class. Lockpicking engineer. Good day to you, sir. Jack Boots. Hello, hello. Shannon West. Hi. Shannon, I believe it was you who sent the email of the unexpected joke corner for my birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Elizabeth Banu. Hello. Blair is here. Hi. Blue Wrench in the house. Desiree Gonzalez. Derek Ward is here. Nick Trzynski, hey you. I was just looking at the little handles I make for you guys when we mention you in actual videos, and I saw the ones I made for the girls like ages ago. They probably have their own official social media handles now, but it was really funny thinking back on that. Stephen Brown is here. Boop, 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 boop. Ben Rayfig is here. Hello, Ben. Is it really much of a secret? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've I've had this idea about like moving forward ideas about the show and stuff, and I still kind of want to call it like if we ever change something, I kind of want to still call it the secret time. I don't know. I like that it's secret, but not secret. Oh yeah, these are my hands. I'm gonna put them down. Thank you for saying that. Brian Nealon, hello. Desiree, hello. Tech difficulties. No, everything went fine today. There was a new login in Zoom, which was interesting. They're always doing something. Oh, Lito, hey, welcome. You both are here. You know what I mean, old timers. I mean, Brian, that everyone who's been here before. Let's see. Did I get everybody? Summer Test is here. Steven's halftime show presented by Bud Light. Well done. Oh, bike contestants. I didn't stick that landing at all. All right. That seems like everybody. Okay, still arranging my screen because that's what I do. Is that all 16 of you? If there's somebody out there who's not saying hello, you should say hello because it's rude to just hang out in the background and not tell me you're there. Welcome to Just a Secret Time, guys. Dinkar, welcome. All right, so those of you just now joining us, just me today. Natalie is doing a panel today. She's doing a panel for mental health on set. And they asked her because of her work on social anxiety and her public, acknowledgement of being someone who manages social anxiety. I saw something the other day about social anxiety or a description that like really resonated with me. Not that I have it, but that it helped me understand people who have that kind of social anxiety. It was, God, what was it? I can see it in the edge of my mind, the thing that I was watching. But basically that like you are it was I was listening to Britney Spears's biography on Audible, and she described her social anxiety about like you go into a room and these very simple, innocuous exchanges for everybody else are like life-threatening in her mind. Like her body thinks that she is dying, basically. And like it really helped me understand what it's like to have a social anxiety like that one, because I don't have that social anxiety. I have different anxieties. Mine are usually around people I know already. Like, I don't really care what people I don't know think about me, but I care deeply about what people I do know think about me. I have discovered an anxious attachment style, and the closer I am to you, the more easily triggered my anxious attachment is. So like, even not even just romantic attachments, like friends, like I get an anxious attachment with friends that I like care about their opinion about me, or do they hate me? That's me. That's my anxiety, is that one. So it's not a social anxiety, it's an attachment anxiety. It's annoying, but they help me understand. Anyways, point is, Natalie's on this panel today talking about mental health and sets. And I think that's great because, traditionally speaking, with the film industry, because we're trying to do so much in a day, like, days are anywhere from 10 to 16 hours on average to make a movie. Like, that's just kind of what it is, because once you get into a set, it can take 4 hours just to get set up to film something. And then you don't want to just only film for 4 more hours. You want to max out your time there. But what happens in these atmospheres is that it really becomes a pressure cooker for a lot of people. And so we can sometimes bring down our best selves to the table. It also can be a place where people who are abusive can thrive, because we're moving so quickly and we're in an industry that really values talent above a lot of things. So anyways, I think the panel is great, and I love that we're trying to talk about mental health. I really worry about IATSE. IATSE is the union for all of our below the line crew members. So our lighting guys, our grips, our riggers, or all that stuff. That's IATSE. And they are gearing up to potentially strike. Isn't that fun, kids? Potentially strike. But of all the unions that I think have the biggest beef and issues, theirs, I think, is the most like, just treat them like a human. And that's something that we aren't good about. And mental health, sorry, I'm trying to capture a ladybug. There are ladybugs all over the place in my house right now. They're everywhere. They must be just killing it out in the garden right now, because I haven't really been out there. It's been raining so much. But every time I come inside, there's a ladybug in my house. Anyways, yeah, so with IATSE, like, they wind up getting backed in these corners often where they're not getting to sleep enough. They're working longer hours because they're there first. They're less. It's their working conditions are really, really rough. So, and to me goes right hand in hand with social, or with mental health. And I'm glad that the industry is starting to prioritize mental health, because I think if we start doing that, we're gonna do better. We're gonna make better products, and we're gonna be a happier working environment. Okay, I'm gonna back up here and read some things. Oh, Desiree, are you having technical issues? That's what I'm thinking is going on. Let's see. It's last week's handle that apparently YouTube really must like, because they won't let me change it. Oh, summer test. Oh no. What if they change the rules and you're not allowed to change your handle as much, and you're stuck with that for a bit? I think they're starting to change some things. Hey B, welcome. Brittany has social anxiety. Yes, Britney Spears has massive, massive social anxiety. I did not expect that. For her, when she's on stage, she's just, nothing else exists except the stage experience, which is something really common with performers. And so a lot of performers who have social anxiety thrive being live on stage, and that's where they're most comfortable, because all of the world falls away. But yeah, her biography and talking about it, I was so fascinated and interested. I love listening to other people in the industry's biographies. That's the thing I like to listen to on Audible, and I learned so much about other people and their experiences that way. I bet the party went well. She and I haven't got to caught up properly yet, but I think we're gonna try and sit down and have an official meeting Wednesday, because a lot of stuff is happening in the background. There's so much going on, and it's all really great and good news, but like, so much happening. She and I don't really have time to even chat yet. It's just been nuts. Social anxiety ruined the first 25 years of my life. Ben, I saw your post today about what did it say specifically? It was like, no more of the old Ben stuff. Keep going. You're killing it. I'm really proud of you. Eunice, thanks. I appreciate you. You're so nice to me. I appreciate it. I like when people tell me compliments. He said that. I think you're great. My anxiety is, how much longer can I be on the run before the IRS figures out where I am. Who is? I gotta do my taxes. B, hard to not love someone as awesome as you do. Ah, thanks, B. I think the world of you, my friend. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate you. You know, if the live stream has failed you, you start another one. Desiree, you're awesome. You're awesome. Brian says it's going to be another hot strike summer. WGA will be out there with them like they came out for us. I really hope IATSE's wants and needs are just human wants and needs. It's not like the delicacies and weird intricacies of AI. They just want to be treated like humans. And it drives me crazy that of all the people, the backbone of our industry are blue collar workers, like truly, they are blue collar workers, get so little respect. And like I hope that the producers learned off of this last one, just give them what they want and let's all move on. Because frankly, like we as an industry, like need to just get to work. I don't know if you guys even know this, but like the industry hasn't even gotten back to work yet because of when the strikes ended. The studios did nothing for preparing. Like they have nothing on the slates, they have nothing going on. And then after the holidays, then we came back to film festival run, like all the film festival circuits and all that stuff. It all kind of leads up to the Globes, the Grammys, and the Oscars. And so everyone's been totally consumed with that. So nothing's going on. Like every time I've crewed up for a project in the last little bit here, like when I've been reaching out to people, like just seeing what everybody's up to, like no one's working and everyone's like kind of freaking out. And a lot of my writer friends are also still panicking because they're like, well, we're ready to go back to work, but like nothing got slated to go. So from what I hear, the studios are now starting to turn their eyes to like what work they're gonna get prepped to get going, but like we're not moving. And I really hope more independent companies start utilizing this time and like jumping on and making stuff. Oops, scrolling back. Are you sure they are ladybugs and not those Asian beetles that look like they have? I have both. I have both. I have both. It's very fun to like figure out which ones. And in my book, they're both ladybugs. I don't care. They're both ladybugs and they're both magical. And yes, that rainbow prism back there is a sticker that's on my window that I got over the holidays. Anxiety causes panic attacks. Yes, it does. I get panic attacks. They stink. I like Pink's attitude. I'll have to check it out. I wonder. I really like what's her name from Barbie. I really liked the way that she responded to not getting nominated for Barbie and just basically said, how can I be upset when I'm this blessed? And I'm like, yes, that's the way to go about this right now. Hey, Justin Wheeler's here. Thanks for tuning in, Justin. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sometimes social anxiety is a good thing. It kept me away from the Chiefs parade. Okay, I don't mean to laugh at that, the Chiefs parade part. I'm giggling at the fact that yes, sometimes here's what I always think about when it comes to things like social anxiety and like my dyslexia. I always wonder what benefit was it to your prehistoric self? Like why did this particular thing last in your DNA? And they're all there because they helped your genetic person continue forward through generations. And genuinely, I think things like depression and social anxiety are actually good litmus. And they've actually figured this out with monkeys that like when you take away percentile of the population that has these things, the collective doesn't do as well because they become the litmus for like, hey, we got an issue. Hey, we got a problem. They're the ones who let us know we got an issue. We got a problem. Like maybe everything isn't so peachy, sunny, keen. You got to have people out there who are paying attention to all the details. Like, Natalie's amazing superpower of seeing everything that could possibly go wrong means that, she's pretty much never caught unawares when it comes to social gatherings. She's always dressed perfectly and always warm. Desiree says IATSE deserves not to get screwed over like they have every contract negotiation. Agreed. And I think that the WGA needs to get out there and like really support them because IATSE absolutely showed up for WGA, and same thing with SAG. Like we need to get out there and really support them. Deborah, hey, welcome to the party. Hey, Toby, welcome. 25 people. Oh, no, wait. 13 of you. No, 25 of you. Welcome. Concurrent views, I think, means people in the room right this second. Welcome. Margot Robbie. Thank you, Ed Keaton. Yeah, Margot Robbie's response to not getting nominated for Best Picture and Best Actress, I thought, first off, I'm not, I'm, it was the best thing that could have happened in the most really backwards of ways because it is. But I loved Margot Robbie's response to it in that, how can I be upset when I'm this blessed? Like, absolutely. Like, not that we should, not fight for the things that we hypothetically deserve, whatever. That aside, I'm not saying you deserve an award. I'm saying not that you shouldn't get in there and be upset when you're snubbed or whatever, but she's right. Like, the movie is doing so well. Like, it's still nominated for other things. She's doing wonderful. She has boogos of money and she's going to take this credit and move on to her next project. She just got a first look deal. Like, her response to that and not getting mad about it and keeping on, like, hey, how can I be upset when I am this blessed, was absolutely like the way I hope I live my life, is that way. Like, it just for me was such a wonderful way of handling that. Gracious. And maybe in private she's not, she's railing and whatever, which fine, whatever, but man, I love it. Show us the canvas. There's nothing on that one. The one that's got something on it right now is in my dining room. And at some point I will get back to painting, but right now my calendar is full. Stephen J. Channel made an empire with dyslexia. Ooh, I'm gonna check that out. Stephen J. Channel, somebody remind me. Copy. Oh no, here, I'm gonna screenshot that. I want to check that out. No, let me. Oh my gosh, this computer. No, let me screenshot that. Let me have it. There we go. Can you guys hear when I do this? When I do that? Can you hear that? I'm just curious. I got Natalie a thin silver dress for her gala thing last night. She said it was cold. Oh, I bet she was, but I bet she looked beautiful. Except during Obit when it was -20. Oh, so fun fact, I got to see a very early rough cut of Obit and it is so good, guys. And Natalie did an amazing, amazing job. I haven't even told her I've seen it yet. I needed the director, Ben, called me up and asked me to do a voice for the mom. And he's like, can you do that? And like, oh, let me see. Like, I'll throw you some stuff, pitch me down maybe, and let me know. And he wanted like a little bit of a Maggie and Maud sound. So I gave him a bunch of options. We'll see. But because that, he's like, hey, I'll send it to you so you can see and like, and do a little tweaking if you need to. So I got to watch it. It was really, really good. You all are going to be so proud of Natalie's work in it. It's just absolutely wonderfully done. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's a story idea that Ben and I had like, gosh, years ago at the Deep in the Heart Film Festival, probably a year and some change even. And I'm so glad to finally see it on the screen. It turned out really, really well. They have the People's Choice Awards doing so well. Yes, doing so well. Give me that award. Let's see. Yeah, they probably didn't. Well, then the truth is, like, I've started watching some of the other nominees and they're amazing. Maestro was phenomenal. It's a phenomenal film. Like, I have a feeling as I keep watching the nominees, it's gonna be like, yeah, I kind of get it. Like, it's tough. Greta Gerwig is from my hometown. Yeah, I think she's from Sacramento. That's amazing. I really admire her and her husband's relationship. He's a producer and she's a director, and she started out as an actor actually. And I like really admire their dynamic. It's really kind of cool. Stephen J made an A-Team Riptide, etc. TV show. I'm gonna check it out. Thanks, Desiree. He had trouble writing. Stephen J had trouble writing. His secretary learned his dyslexic writing and would type his stories. No way. That's amazing. Luckily, my handwriting, because both my dads are both my dad and my stepdad are draftsmen. I just stole their handwriting, so my handwriting is actually pretty neat and tidy. My handwriting before taking dyslexic handwriting classes, and then also figuring out just doing this type font, like, was atrocious, absolutely terrible. And now I have this fascination with fonts and handwriting. So like I watch handwriting videos because that's the person I am, and then sit there and practice my handwriting because of something I've gotten used to doing from doing dyslexic handwriting training. The SAG Awards are a week from this Saturday and is being streamed on Netflix. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I think ex actors make the best directors. I bet I imagine that they have a lot of elements that a director who has never been an actor has, like, as far as like performance and stuff. Like, uh, I imagine that like Bradley Cooper directing Maestro, like those performances were really fantastic and really interesting. And it probably comes from the fact that he's an actor. But also, I will say that directors, like amazing directors, have this eye for things that I don't think I could ever do. And I think that that's something else that someone who's like got that director brain really brings to the table, is that they see the story in a different way. And so if you have a good cinematographer, you can maybe don't need to be that kind of a director, but I do think that like having a dual brain for that stuff is like a really special gift. And like just watching like Wei and Ben were together and like the directing and stuff, or Christina, who did Veda, my first project of the year, like it just, they're like the things that they're asking for, like I wouldn't know to do that. I wouldn't think of that. I don't remember the shot from the movie. Like I'm getting better at it, but I'm having to train myself to do that. Some people innately just do that. And that's people, the people like like pure directors have that amazing skill. And maybe Greta Gerwig was also always a director in her mind anyways. I am not an actor like that. I'm an actor who thinks about human stories. That's really where my, like, I don't think I'm a great writer. I think I'm great at story. Like I know the story. The POS computer system won't let me super chat today. Not frustrating at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, David. He says happy belated birthday from all of us at Winchester's Old Speakeasy. This message probably brought to you by the Winchester's Old Speakeasy. Visit our awesome Texas location. Thank you so much. Gets 50 screener DVDs per year. Yeah, I bet she does. Ellen, Justin's sister, because she's still in the PGA. They get a ton of screeners. Like I probably won't. Oh, I need to pay my SAG dues. Shoot. I only get the SAG ones. Oh, I guess I didn't. I keep paying my dues late and not getting things. I think I might owe. Anyways. Oh no, I gotta take care of my car tax too. Guys, life is crazy. Let's see. Speaking of handwriting, mine was so bad in grade school that the district got me $4,000 laptop rather than figure out what I was actually typed when I was actually left-handed. Oh no. Oh, that's on them. You're a great connector, Tara. Thank you, Blair. All right. So life is crazy is what I write on all my late bills. Yeah, you think they'll accept that? No? DJ and PGA and SAG after. She's a unicorn. So yeah, she gets every freaking screener. I'm sure she paid her dues on time, so they actually show up. Oh man, guys. Yeah, life is kind of crazy. Okay, let's back up and let me tell you about skiing. Then I'll tell you about film business time. Then I'll tell you about film festival, and then we'll probably be at time. Oscars have added a new award for the best. I know, I can't wait. I am so glad they're gonna finally honor casting, because sometimes the casting just blows your mind. Like it's not just like finding the right actor, but like finding sets that go together or great ensembles. Like I'm so glad that they've finally done that. I do think that's a part of the industry that has long overdue in a very specific award. Not naming names, but the wedding singer Drew Barrymore's scene was cut from a movie. Ooh, I wonder what scene. Okay, so went skiing with my family for a week. I checked in with you guys right before going skiing. Yes, stunt Oscars, they need that. Right before going skiing. Turns out, fun fact, I can still ski. I'm still actually really good at it. Like, I'm not sure how cool I look, but like I definitely held my own. Like the first day we went out, just me, my dad, and my stepmom, and we went and did some greens just to kind of get my feet back under me. And I was like, okay, I remember how to move my body in this way. And then my dad just accidentally took me down a double blue, and I was like, it was, a bumpy go, but I did it, guys. And by the end of the week of skiing, like we went out on Friday, and then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And by the time I got to Tuesday, I was feeling very confident in my skiing abilities and I was doing really, really well. Like I'm really hoping that I can start making this family trip every year. My family's been going on this family trip for years. My whole crazy chaotic family. Right now, this version of it is just been my nuclear family. So my dad, my stepmom, and my sisters, who my sister's by marriage, by my stepmom. And I always hesitant to go because skiing is very expensive for one. And also it's really hard for me to take off from work, like not just to ask off, but also like the missing out on the income. Because if I don't physically go to work, you don't physically make the monies. There's no like vacation time for people in the restaurant industry. So it's been really, really hard. And I just this year decided just F it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna do this. I really want to, see my family more often and stuff. So I'm really glad that I did. Though January was the worst month for the bar because it rained so much. Like the amount of people coming in were much less than usual. So it was like a little proving my point of like why it's tough to take time off from work. However, I don't regret it. It was really, really wonderful. It's so beautiful. Good Lord. Deer Valley is where I was. If you like skiing, Sun Valley, Idaho. That's where my stepmom and my dad love going to Sun Valley, but Deer Valley is where we were. It was absolutely gorgeous. That part of Utah is just phenomenally stunning. I loved every second of it. Like it was just such a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm so glad that I figured it out and just took the risk to go. It's all gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great, guys. No big deal. So it was a lot of fun. It was really good to spend time with my nieces who I don't get to see very often. So I got to spend some good quality time with them. They're actually coming. My sister Allison and her two daughters and husband are coming out to go to Disneyland. So I think that he did a surprise Valentine's Day gift, I think is what the story was. They're coming out to spend time together while he's on break from the army and gonna go to Disneyland and live it up for a couple days. So I might get to see them. It's still kind of far away. It's closer, but it's still kind of far away. So we'll see. Yeah, Colorado has great skiing too. I used to go skiing when I was young. I would ski Breckenridge and Steamboat. That's where I learned to ski. Oh yeah, the frig. What happened? I don't know. What's a frig? The fridge. Oh, dying fridge update. Fridge still has a door. No, I just looked in the fridge today, and for some reason it is I'm gonna move out of the sunspot. For some reason, the door isn't closing right on the bottom part, the main fridge part, and the freezer was wetter than usual. It wasn't frozen. Everything was frozen, but it wasn't frozen, and it keeps happening. And I think that the fridge is, I don't know. And I don't know. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna solve this problem because I don't know. I'm hoping to race and beat the fridge and have some money squirreled away to buy a fridge soon. And like to buy something I actually want and not just like a doofer replacement. Ski trip was always my least favorite day of school when growing up. We went ski trips from school. There wasn't YouTube in the 90s. Oh, great Valentine's Day. I did. I had a lovely Valentine's Day. Mostly I just worked. I mostly worked, but it was a lot of fun. I got a lot done. But I had a nice day. Is it the rubber seal or is it the door itself? Seal is easy to fix. I think the door isn't in alignment right now. I think it's starting to kind of, so because it looks like there's a gap. So it's not that the door isn't closing. It's that when I look at the door, and it's not every single time, the door isn't quite, there's kind of a gap there. And I can't figure it out. And I just haven't had time to figure it out. That's the other thing. I haven't had time to sit down and go, what's wrong with my fridge? So I think that that's the issue. In the freezer, I don't know. The freezer door is working fine. It's that sometimes I look in there and things aren't as frozen. They keep unfreezing and refreezing. And so ice crystals are forming easier. Oh yeah. So the great news about my fridge situation, the good news that I realized is that I can go as wide as I want. I have a limit on how tall I can go, but I can go as wide as I want because it's a huge space. So in hypo perfect amazing land, I save up a big chunk of money and I buy a really wide, nice fridge with the freezer on the bottom, no ice maker because I know ice makers cause issue. That's my plan. We're gonna see how this race goes. This is one of the three big purchases I need to make in the next 2 years: fridge, couch, and a phone. Sarah has a semi-short older fridge too. Yeah, my fridge is 2006. That is when I bought that fridge. That fridge, I bought that when I first moved to LA, and I've had the same fridge ever since. And it's hung on like a champ, I think, because it has no ice maker. Yeah, $3,000 new. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm wondering about finding, I'm so scared to buy an old fridge because why would someone be selling their fridge if it isn't? This is one of those few places where I want, like a car, I would buy used. A fridge, I don't know. I don't know if I want to buy a fridge used because. So anyways, and I'm gonna hang on to my fridge and probably use it as an outdoor fridge or something. I have plans for my old fridge. I'm not gonna sell it. I don't need a new fridge yet. I would like a new fridge, just to be clear. I don't need it yet. I would like. I've had my Maytag wide side for 22 years. I'm telling you, older fridges, man, they last forever. All right, so that was skiing. And then we'll skip over what happened next and jump to Cambria, which was really, really great. I drove all the way up the 3.5 hour drive. It was like almost 4. Went and had an amazing dinner. So this is my birthday actually too. I had an amazingly fun dinner with Ash and her husband, Bryce, and then the 2 actors from Good Grief, Ryan and Katie. And it was so much fun. Like it was like such a fun dinner to go and just have a nice dinner and chat and catch up. We're all working on the next project with them coming up called May I Put You on Hold. So we get to chat about that. Very, very exciting. It was wonderful. And then the screening, I didn't get to do much of the festival because I had to drive right back and come back for work the next day. But the screening went really well. It was in this little smaller space called Moonstone Cellars, which often happens with film festivals. Like there'll be like offshoot spaces. So this is one of those. The room was completely packed. There was not an empty seat. People were standing to watch the thing, the block, which I think is amazing. There was only 2 other filmmakers in attendance. So it's not like they all brought all their friends. It was like people from the community coming out to come see the film. And like a lot of the folks in the audience were folks in the community, which is for what I'm always looking for is other filmmakers, people from the community getting involved, because that's the best way to grassroots start spreading your work. So the screening went really well. Everything in the block was really strong. It was a really good block. Though the folks who were taking over the festival, I know his name is Jeff, and I want to say her name was Irene. I'm not incredibly sure. But they were lovely and wonderful. They are taking over the festival presently. Like they are the incoming directors of the film festival, and I really think that they're going to do a really good job with it. Traditionally, previously it'd been for like the last 7 years, a film festival focused around rom-coms, which is, I think, it's a cute idea considering they're doing it around Valentine's Day. But I think that they're starting to want to open that up and do more. And I think that's a really good idea because it's such a cute little town, Cambria. There's a lot of shopping and restaurants. Like it's not a bad idea to go, hey, let's just make the Cambria Film Festival and see what happens. Like the Santa Barbara one is massive now, so you just never know. Yeah, it was the same day as Chinese Lunar New Year. Like I didn't find that out until I was at the restaurant and they had like a Lunar New Year menu. Year of the Dragon, that is correct, which I found at Universal because I was gifted a Universal pass for my birthday. I'm very excited about that. And the all the the New Year stuff was all dragon, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So that the film festival went really well. It was great. I drove it back, so I didn't get to experience a whole lot of it, but I am really excited about seeing what happens with that festival and chatting with them a little bit. I'm wanting to reach out and offer our hand and help because I think that they're lovely and I appreciate them including us in their festival, even though we didn't exactly fit the festival as it was. Rom-coms are underserved at film festivals. Yeah. Well, a lot of times film festivals they have a specific not agenda, but they're looking at specific, like, what is it they're trying to say this year? What's the message they're trying to convey? What are the things that they as humans want to represent for their film festival? So a lot of times festivals tend to get geared towards specific social commentary or whatever it is that they think like is not getting served in, main market films. Bruce Lee was born in the year of the dragon too. Cool. I was born in the year of the dog. 82, year of the dog. It would be really cool if this was another year of the dog and it was on my birthday, but didn't happen this time. Didn't happen here. Here in Utah, to freezing things in the winter, we put them outside. Yes, I wish that was an option. Oh, it'd be amazing. Anyway, so the film festival was really, really great. Let's talk about a little bit of business time now. So, in theory, we're going to have an episode for you guys this week. Is it going to come out tomorrow at 10 a.m.? No, it's not. I did a solo episode on my own, and Natalie had an amazing idea, solid plan. She'd seen people making pasta chips on TikTok, and perfect solo episode, not too complicated of a cooking episode for me to handle on my own for the first time. I have the air fryer, so it's perfect. And it seemed like this is gonna work out great. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna up the ante like we always do, and go and get a bunch of other pasta to make it a more full episode. Because like one little bit may not be enough to really fill out an episode to make it feel like. And also there's a lot of different chip options out there. Like I genuinely was like, well, wait a minute, what does this chip? Does this chip? Does that chip? Can I make a pasta chip out of this kind of pasta? Is this shape better? What's the best shape? So I went and got all the stuff. Pretty excited. Thought I had a solid plan. I was going to set us up in the kitchen. I'm going to do this here, then go here, and then go back, like the normal episode way of doing things. The only problem is I'll be busy with the gala tomorrow and Saturday. The only problem with this plan of mine is that it's not that I forgot. I had really high hopes that my iPhone wouldn't be evil. Like if I got my ring light out, I waited to the right time of day, and I planned that my iPhone would behave. And what I mean by behave, so I don't know if you guys know this, I actually did a ton of research on it after the fact, like really trying to figure out what's going on and reconfirming what I already kind of knew about my phone, is that not only does the iPhone not have a pretty stick in it, so like this camera that's capturing me right now is running through Zoom. Zoom has filters, which is kind of like a pretty stick. So like, although it's not like a super hardcore filter, like it is doing a little bit of like softening my features so that, we're not seeing every single detail and creating what I like to call visual noise on my face. Wow, that was loud. The iPhone doesn't have that. The iPhone is trying to take the best picture it can, which doesn't mean it's good for faces. Like you have to do stuff to human faces to make them, if you're trying to capture every detail. So these phones are in like high depth, whatever. And they also, for whatever reason, put this thing in the iPhone that has a post something that you cannot turn off that ups the contrast and some other things and the sharpness, so that like not just like everything that is wrong with your face, because this is not existent when you're just like looking in the mirror or someone's looking at you. It's taking even like your skin and upping the contrast to the point that like it looks like your skin is just terrible. Like you look so tired and so worn. I tried every variation of the 4K. I did all the different combinations, the high def, the low, the 720. Like I did it has to do with what stuff it's got in there automatically that you can't turn off, that are constantly changing. And then like you'll see yourself before you take a picture, like if you're taking a photo, and it looks fine, and then you snap it and it does the processing, and it changes everything, and it's just awful. So there was no variation, no place in my home that I could have filmed the episode at that time of day that didn't it was soul crushing. It really, and I'm not looking for pity. I just like when when you see stuff like this, like you just your ego gets just a little bit of a pop, and you're just it just I would worked at it for so many hours before I just was like, I have to walk away from this. I'm gonna go get my oil change in my car. Uh, so third party apps. Okay, so yeah, I did go down the third party app route. I looked what was the best thing. It's a problem that the iPhone has. An iPhone, Apple, you really need to get on this, because if you don't have a pretty stick in your cameras for people's human faces, why would anyone want to buy your phone? Like, why would I want that? Because filming yourself for YouTube and for TikTok is such a popular thing to do right now. Like, that you guys have this issue. I'm hoping you fix it. So I know I have the 13, so figure it out. My lenses are dirty. I thought I was hoping. I think it would have done better had my lens been dirty and like blurred things a little bit. Would have been nice. No, even if you do full manual, Ben, no matter what you do, and this is a problem, like I deep dived on this in Reddit and stuff, like there's nothing you can do to fix it within the camera app on the phone. There is no variation. My house is haunted. They secretly send your images to NASA for the FBI. Yeah, they all do. That's it. I could have maybe busted out the GoPro. Maybe that would have been a better route, but I didn't trust it enough to base a whole episode on it. I didn't want to get to the end of the episode and realize that I filmed in fisheye. I lacked trust in that. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. He says that I have a very pleasing face. Someone have all the luck, huh? My prediction, this will be the last year you can get an iPhone for the next 5 years, at least new. China's going downhill hard. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. So anyways, that happened. So what I wound up having to do was film it in a third-party app. I could only film for 60 seconds at a time. So turning on and off my thing, I had to keep a really close eye on on myself while filming it, because when you turn it to do horizontal, it no longer recognizes the human face and still wants to do the same, not as bad, but still wants to do the same processing that the iPhone does. So I had to like keep turning my head to get to realize that I was a human face. So you'll see in the video where I'm like kind of tilting my head a little bit, because I'm like, don't, no, no. And I only have 60 seconds to do everything that I wanted to say. So I like having to keep track of what I've said so far. Did I say it well? Let's go again was really rough. It took me almost an entire day to film this very, very, very simple episode. It literally, I didn't get done until I lost light, and then I had to change everything again. And then I had to cook. I cooked all the pasta ahead of time, so that took a while, because I had to change the way I was filming. I actually changed. While I was getting my oil changed, I was thinking about what to do, and I decided that the best thing I could do for myself with using a third party app so that it can track my human face was to change my formatting. So I had been watching Max Miller in the morning anyways, just watching his content for funsies, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a Max Miller formatting. So I'll sit and talk. I'll film my hands filming the stuff, which I think Max did because his kitchen was so small that he couldn't film himself filming stuff. And his was really more about the history of the food anyway. So like for him, the formatting makes total sense. So I ripped off his formatting. Thank God Max exists. So I could see his way of doing things. 7-minute warning to joke corner. We'll still do joke corner. So it took me all day to film it. And this was my original plan. I had just got back from being out of town. I'm trying to unpack. I have to go to work every night. So my plan, this was the one day I had. Originally, the plan was I was going to film it in the morning, edit the first version in the afternoon, edit a second version at that night, because it shouldn't really take me that long. Well, that didn't happen. By the time I got done, I think I had to go to work. Yeah, I had to go to work. I was like, this is all the time I have to devote to this. And then the next morning, I like only had a little bit of time, and then I had to get on the road to go to Cambria. Got back at like 1 a.m, so I couldn't do any editing at that point. Sunday, it's like, okay, Sunday, I'm gonna take a breather. It's my birthday yesterday. I get to breathe a little bit. I'm gonna take a slower start to my morning. And then I sat down to yes, we are still doing Dark Corner, 6 minutes. Uh, sat down to do the editing, and then the editing, nothing would sync. Like I was like, okay, my phone, my Premiere will sync this stuff. It's really good. I just make sure I do clacks. We'll be fine. It's gonna work out. Okay. No, no, I didn't. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. The part of the problem was that the way that the third party app that I used to film me named the files didn't put them in sequential order. So I couldn't, I was like, okay, it'll be in sequential order. I don't have to worry about it. No, no, it didn't do that at all. So I had to sit there and go like, and I had to refilm things so many times. So many times. It wasn't just like I had five. I had like tons of footage to go through because I would just save it in case. Such a mistake. So I had to go through everything and label everything. I had to start over, go label everything, then go back in Premiere. And by the time I got that done, ran out of time, had to go to work again. So I didn't even get to get a real edit of this even remotely done until Monday. And in the midst of this, so now I've run up against the wall of now Natalie is very busy. So it's just, oh, this one was a thing and a half to get into the can. Like it is definitely not the way to film is on my iPhone anymore. Like it's fine in the field. Like for some reason, out in the wild, if I can get the right lighting, I can like make the phone look okay. But trying to film an actual video sitting down at a spot in my home, like I've never been able to take selfies on this phone. It's just the absolute worst. It's amazing you still have hair, right? No joke. Can't you just borrow a Canon or a Sony from a friend? Not everybody has that stuff. I got lenses. I almost busted out our super old camera to film on because I was like, that'll be better than what I'm dealing with. Are those books the books you're rebinding? Oh no, these are already ones that are already done. Those are the cloth bound editions from Penguin that I love. I absolutely love it. I would love to rebind my books to look like these, to make them all match. It's just a fun, silly project. Has been coming out with some very interesting episodes lately. I love Max. Max is such a cool guy. He and I were chatting on Instagram the other day, and he's just such a nice guy. Air fries macaroons take 774. Oh my gosh, no, like filming on my iPhone is definitely not going to be. Oops, sorry. Definitely not going to be the way. Not going to be the way that we do things. I don't know what we're gonna do about filming stuff, but that can't do that again. I'm still the Canon person. Nice to stand and hold it. Wi-Fi remote. Yeah. The editing situation deserves a nice, but yeah, by the time I got to that, I was like, that's it. I'm done. It's supposed to be my birthday. I'll be back next Thursday. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted. There's so far like the way that things have been going, like I will find out like days before, like, oh nope, gotta be like today. Today I got a casting call. Not for me. We are doing callbacks for one of the lead characters. So like I had to finagle that till later today so that I could make sure to still do this. But yeah, I won't find out till like sometimes the day before, like, oh no, now I have a meeting with Nashville and I have to like I gotta do it because this is the only time that we can talk because of the time differences and stuff. So I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm of course if I can be here, I'll be here for sure. I don't a theme. A theme. I don't know. I'll take your birthday jokes. Do you have birthday jokes? I'll take birthday jokes. Jokes about being old. You know, throw those wife jokes at me. David Faith, I always like your wife jokes. I think they're funny. I know. Where is Izzy? You can see her toys. I brought her back a little fox from that's a fox. I brought her back from going skiing because if I bring her stuffed animal, she's a little less upset with me. She's very happy to have her a stuffed animal. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's any more comments I missed. We got 2 minutes to joke corner. Let's see. If all else fails, swipe Natalie's Samsung next time you see her. Well, we do. The good news is we do have 2 cameras. So it's just gonna be a matter of like what we want to do and in getting the camera and all that stuff. Well, we're gonna figure something out. Like she and I are gonna talk next week. There's a bunch of stuff happening behind the scenes too, that like things that are going on. So there's gonna be a glue sniffing hobbit. I must have missed that in Lord of the Rings. Totally. I did too. There's a bunch of stuff going on. So we're gonna figure it out. We always do. Life is happening. It's stuff's going down. All right, 1 minute to joke corner, guys. Joke corner is where you guys go out to the internet. Look at this sun situation. This is my son moving. I should pull out the script next time to hear about the tree's birthday. Nope. Joke corners where you guys go out to the internet and get jokes, come back and put them in the comments, and I'm gonna read them and we're gonna have a good old time. There's a formatted joke corner right there where joke, and then the joke follows it. If I'm not seeing your joke, it's not you, it's the bots. The bots are very intense. Where can I put my face that this doesn't happen? Okay, I'm gonna lean right here. All right, let's do this. Okay, backing up. I want to make sure you put your joke all in one line so I can find it, because sometimes it's hard for me to come back and find it. You won't be able to type fast enough to not get interrupted by somebody else. All right, so B, did you hear about the tree's birthday? Things got pretty sappy. It did. What rhymes with restraining order? I want this Valentine's Day poem to be perfect. Oh my gosh, David. I've decided to sell my John Lennon memorabilia on eBay. Imagine all the PayPal. Derek Ward, I heard there was a book published recently about Schrodinger's cat and Pavlov's dog. When I described it to the librarian, she said it rang a bell, but she wasn't sure if it was there or not. Womp, womp, womp. This is Ben. My grandfather's best friend is only 25. Of course, he's born on February 29th. I once swallowed a bunch of synonyms. It gave me the sorest throat I've ever had. The sorest throat I've ever had. There's a hair in my face. I once swallowed a bunch of synonyms. Oh, wait, no, I just read that. Desiree, if you're going to take a nap at this age, let me know. I don't want to bury you by accident. Good point. When Jerry Seinfeld passes away, I really hope his tombstone reads Jerry Seinfeld, yada, 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 1954, yada, yada, yada. Oh, they kind of have to do that. That's just too good. Justin, did you know the iPhone can fly? You just have to put it in airplane mode. David Faye, shout out to the people wondering what the opposite of in is. Shout out to the people who are wondering what the opposite of in is. Derek Ward, Orion ordered a new belt, but forgot to read the reviews. It was only 3 stars. Oops. Desiree, why don't kids remember their past birthdays? Because they're too focused on the presents. David, so I went to the eye doctor today and said, I think I need glasses. She said, I think you're right. This is a pet shop. Derek Ward, what do you call the mythical creature that is half horse, half virologist? The centaur of disease control. Wah, wah, wah. Justin, what is the difference between a wife and a vulture? A vulture waits until you're dead to pick your bones clean. Wahaha. Beware. David, I haven't tried yoga, but I have tried bending over to pick my keys. So I'm pretty sure I hate yoga. But yoga will help with the bending over to pick up your keys part. Desiree, you know you're getting old when you realize that the only thing you want to exercise is caution. Derek Ward, why did Hercules face off against Cerberus? He was triple dog dared. Desiree, what did one candle say to the other? Don't birthdays just burn you up? Justin, my wife's cooking is so bad, even the trash can threw itself out. David, 1998, we told teens don't get in the car with strangers. 2008, we told teens don't meet people on the internet. 2019, Uber, order yourself a stranger from the internet to get you into a car. Oh, Elizabeth Banu, I don't always whoop, but when I do, there it is. Nice. If you're old enough, that joke makes sense. What do you call a birthday bash you throw for a dog? A ball. Chefs are very smart. They use butter in everything, so there's no margin of error. Very few people alive have actually heard the Egyptian horn being played. It's a toot uncommon. Desiree. Age is a relative thing. All my relatives keep telling me how old I am. Reminds me to go to the library. Everyone needs to go to the library. David Faith, respect people who wear glasses. They paid money to see you. That's a good point. I paid money to see you. The DMV jumped. The DMV is the only one who expects you to give it a present for your birthday. Oh man, on my flight, fun story, on my flight, I was going to the airport and realized that my passport, which was my main ID that I use, expired the next day. I'm really glad that I, of course, brought my driver's license, but that's always what I bring for travel, just because I need the separation so I don't forget things. Your body has run out of magnesium. OMG. Meh, meh, meh. David, walking down the street, I saw a shop sign that said, "Watch for pears here." I stood for 30 minutes and never saw one. Unfortunate. Justin, how do you make sure you always remember your wife's birthday? Forget it once. Yo, you'll never forget it again. Dinkar, as I handed my dad his 50th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in his eyes. He then said, "You know, one would have been enough." Oh, that's good. I like that. Oh, what did the elephant want for his birthday? A trunk full of gifts. Your birthday cake brings all the boys to the yard. Birthday cake milkshake. Be careful. Too many birthdays can kill you. This is true. David, racing goose for sale. PM me if you would like a quick gander. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Welcome, Pitkin Defines. Pitkin Defines? I don't know, did I say that right? David, 16 sodium atoms walk into a bar, followed by Batman. Why do astronomers put beef in their shampoo? Oh, for the meteor showers. That's gross. My girlfriend asked me for a ring for her birthday. I still don't know why she hung up when I called. Yeah, Justin. Yeah. Desiree, you know you're getting old when you have more candles in your cake than your friends at your party. Oh, so true. If you're 10% Polish, does that make you a tadpole? If you're 10% Polish, does that make you a tadpole? Yeah, I get it now. When I was a kid, my English teacher had asked my class what comes after a sentence. I raised my hand and said, "An appeal." Oh no, Ed. David, I went to a job interview and was asked if I could perform under pressure. I told them no, but I can try Bohemian Rhapsody. Womp womp. David, separating your laundry by color is a myth created by the big detergent to sell more laundry sauce. Sure. Desiree, it's always a good idea to become friends with babies. That's free cake once a year for a lifetime. Excellent. Get 365 babies, all with birthdays on every day of the year, and you are set. I saw a meme that said, "The day you realize you don't need a reason to buy a cake is the day your life truly begins." And I agree. I read that 60 is the new 40, which is just a nice way of saying you'll have to work an extra 25 years before you can retire. Oh, are you sure the ring was actually a joke? No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Why did the teddy bear eat cake on its birthday? He was already stuffed. Statistics show that those who have the most birthdays always live the longest. Yeah, statistics are very important. Like they really show us the world or what. Screenshot it now. Message redacted. Oh, it's so funny. All right, guys, I gotta go get ready for a casting. callback. We're calling back some people for a role today, which is really exciting. I watched a bunch of the first round of the first of our top picks, and I'm really excited. There's a couple of guys in there I really like, and then one of them I actually know. So funny. Someone's like a mild acquaintance of mine is actually in the casting in the hopper for this role. So it's really, really kind of fun. I'm excited to show up on them on the Zoom as the producer. Thank you so much. Have a good and safe weekend. You guys have a great weekend. I will keep you guys posted on the episode. As soon as we get done, I think that we'll either push it to next week, or we may just say, but surprise episode. Don't know. No rules. The rules are all falling away, guys. I don't know anymore, but we'll keep you posted on when it comes out and keep you posted on the goings and doings. I will do my best to come next week. So far, there's nothing on my schedule for next Thursday, but that could change in a heartbeat. Things are changing rapidly and swiftly around here anyways, so there may be more news to report next week. There may be changes coming. I don't know. We'll keep you guys posted on all the things. We are hard at work on a feature film stuff and all that stuff. So there's a lot to report, a lot going on. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes these days. So as we find out things, we will report. But hopefully I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, keep an eye. This sun chasing. It's pretty pretty right there. Kind of like that. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. No, I gotta dig through and find the button because I have so many things. Okay, here we are. All right, bye.